What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, and we bring you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch every day at This Is After Sound. So come by, say hello. We do giveaways every stream, and we do giveaways here on the channel every single week. All you got to do is leave your in-game username in the comments, and I pick out my favorite ones every week on the weekly Q&A videos. So I wanted to go over a different strategy that I have started implementing for myself, and that is grabbing gold foil cards. Now, I this is tough for me because I'm trying to figure out the value from an investment standpoint. And to me, it makes sense, right? Because there are several different benefits to them. And the thing that kind of really put me over the top was the fact that as a player, since I am playing this game, that 10% bonus can be huge in the long run and really compound itself and pay itself back over time. Now, let's go ahead and just take a quick look at regular foil versus gold foil situation, right? So I'm going to look at the rewards cards here, and we're just going to do some quick math. I want to go, and card prices are somewhat down right now, but let's go with probably my favorite, or one of my favorite rewards cards, Pelacor Mercenary. He's also the most expensive of these reward cards. So 20 cents per piece, if you can grab them all, about 20 cents, and they're down about 33% right now, which is great. So 20 cents per piece, and where's my, I'm gonna bust out my calculator here, somewhere here. There we go. 20 cents per piece. Let's see. So 0.2 times 400 to max this thing out is gonna cost me $80. Gold foil of that, I'm gonna need 38. And they're going for roughly, let's call it, if you get lucky, we'll call it $7.50, right? And that's if you wait for those deals. So 7.5. So you're looking at $80 versus $285. So you're paying 3.5x for the gold foil version. Now, what do you get from that? Why is it beneficial? And is it worth it? Well, I think the is it worth it question really comes down to your personal preferences. Now, there are several things here that weighed into or factored in for me. One, and probably most important, is the fact that I'm also a player and not just an investor. So therefore, grabbing these cards and playing with them gives me that 10% bonus across whenever I win a ranked battle. The other thing, though, is the fact that there is a, I believe, 50x. No, let's see, 25x difference between collection power. So let's just go here. I'm going to go to my own cards, and let's take a look at Pelacor Mercenary. So yeah, 5 for a 1 BCX versus 125. So you're getting 25x the collection power. Now, why is collection power important? Several reasons. First is between now and the next summer, adding collection power gives you airdrop points. So there's some benefit within that. Number two, collection power allows or determines the league that you're in. And so therefore, if I'm able to grab cheaper collection power, especially at the common and rare level, which is really primarily where I'm focusing on buying these cards, it helps me organically get to the silver and gold level, right? And I'm not even there yet. I'm still renting a ton of power just for myself. But I'm slowly building up the power that I have by leveling up these cards and having them in my deck. And then once Chaos Legion comes out, I'll be looking at the summoners there to play these leveled up cards. Third, tournaments. So a lot of tournaments that I'm seeing now, and I'm not participating in them, but they are something that I'm keeping in mind in the future as I build out my deck into something that's more competitive, we'll call it. But a lot of these higher end tournaments, and I'm just going to look at, we'll just look at bronze, for example. But sure, let's look at bronze blunderbuss here. If you look at this, you need a specific amount of power to be able to play, right? And I'm not even close to that level of power, unfortunately. So those three reasons alone, because I do believe that the competitive nature, tournaments and things like that will become a much bigger part of the Splinterlands experience, especially once Chaos Legion is out. And a lot of people with modern format will be playing kind of at the same or even levels. I think that tournaments are going to be a lot more, not a lot more fun, but just they will be greatly enhanced as an experience overall. I know a lot of people are participating right now. I don't, like I said, but mainly because I'm kind of in between. I really should be in bronze, and so I could probably be playing in these bronze tournaments. But even then, I'm not playing with leveled up summoners because I'm playing that waiting game until Chaos Legion comes out. So to show you and to put my money where my mouth is so that you guys can see, I have been focusing primarily on the common and rare cards. Now, I do have a couple like lava launchers, which thankfully I bought before they like 2x in price a while back. But for me, where I'm focusing and where I started focusing on from the beginning was grabbing cards that I play with regularly, that I noticed that I was playing with regularly, right? So if you run any kind of water deck, Venari Wavesmith, even though Venari Wavesmith is much more expensive than the rest of them. So if we were to go to like the for sale here, even though Venari Wavesmith is way more expensive than, the contemporary, so it's going for almost $40, so almost 2x what the rest of them are going for down here. I just use Venari Wavesmith so much that investing into it to play with it made sense. Venari Crystalsmith was another one. Gargoya Devil was one it took me a second to realize just how valuable this was because it is a neutral card, and I noticed myself using it in a lot of games. So made sure to grab that one. And so I'm just kind of focusing in that way. Now with commons, I don't really use that many of these, to be honest. The main one that I use is Pelacor Bandit. And so I like Pelacor Mercenary at the higher levels, and I definitely want to be able to get one that can heal. And for me, even though I'm playing in silver right now, the short to medium, or I should say medium term goal, once Chaos Legion is out, is to be able to play in gold. So getting this guy to at least level 6, or I believe level 8 would be where he'd be maxed out for gold, would be awesome, right? But again, that's going to be a little bit of an investment. I've obviously grabbed a couple of them so far, but every day I'm taking the rental income that I make, and that's something else that I wanted to mention. I'm taking the rental income that I'm making and flipping that into more cards, right? And I'm specifically focusing on these. Now, the beautiful thing is that I don't have the cards right now, so what can I do with them? Sorry, I don't have the summoners to play these leveled up cards, so what can I do with them? Well, as I mentioned, I can rent them out. And that's exactly how I'm treating something like a Pelacor Mercenary, right? I don't have anyone, I don't even have a summoner that could play him, or I do have one summoner, a dragon summoner, that can play him at level 3, but the Mylar, I don't have Llama or anything else within the Earth deck that would make sense for him. So I'm trying to get the amount of BCX required to get him to at least level 6, which would be 9 BCX. And if I can swing it, then get all the way up to 20 BCX for that level 8. But until that time, until I actually need him to be there, I'm earning, again, it's like very, very minimum, but at least in 2 ways, I'm earning passively from having them in my collection, right? I believe I'm renting them out for about 0.5 DEC. So these 6 right here, or 5, are getting me a couple DEC a day that, is easy because it's completely passive. Plus the 125 collection power value that they have are also adding to my overall collection power for the airdrop. So these are the main reasons why I'm focusing in on these. Again, my primary focus is on the commons and rares. I think if I was to look at any other one in terms of epics, again, I mentioned neutrals being something interesting, and so, or not interesting, but neutrals great for their versatility. So if I were to eye one of the epic rewards cards in terms of gold foil, I think Uraeus would probably be one that I'd want to take a look at. But again, these cards are going for like $100, and I'm not making that much in terms of daily passive income, not even close to that. So it doesn't make sense for me right now, and I would rather have leveled up cards in the common and rare areas, and especially ones that I know that I use regularly. So just sharing the strategy with you guys. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. I never thought that gold foil would be something that I would go for, but as I've seen the compounding benefits already from using some of them, I know that in the long run, playing with them is going to be beneficial. And this actually came about in this most recent season for me, because playing in silver against a lot of other leveled up decks where I'm just playing primarily level ones, I was seeing not only leveled up cards, but a lot of a lot of gold foil decks, right? And then seeing the rewards that they would win compared to the rewards that I would win, even though we're both at silver, we're both in the same kind of rating area, both in the same league, but the amount that they would win, to me, I was just like, the amount of games that I play per day, that would add up. So why not, at least for the cards that I use most commonly, grab those and start building that and thinking long-term as a player, right? Not just as an investor, but also as a player. From an investment standpoint, it's nice because I do believe that gold foil will, hold its value or maintain a higher value. But the thing is, if I'm combining cards, then I don't know what the value of like a maxed out. I mean, actually, we should check this out. So let's go and see a common rewards card. So one of these guys absolutely maxed out. So $6,500, right? And what were we just saying? It would cost 280 something to max out a Pelacor Mercenary, and they're already selling for $399. Okay, so that's an interesting little tidbit here. Obviously, the collection power between these two guys is completely different, but again, I do believe that the rewards cards right now are incredibly undervalued. So something to keep in mind. Again, would love to hear your thoughts. That's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys are doing well. I will catch you guys in the next video. I will see you around the game, and have a good one.